You're listening to IHC's Podcast. Today's topic is Culture is Medicine. Welcome to IHC's Podcast. Our segment today is Culture is Medicine. My name is Marissa, and I am your host. I'm our communications coordinator here in the Development and Communications Department at IHC. And we're here today with our special guest, Littlebear.
Yeah, so my name is Littlebear Sanchez. I'm the support specialist for CWO. My tribes are Lipan Apache, and let's see, I am from Austin, Texas. I was born there, and I grew up on and off in different areas like Montana, New Mexico, South Dakota, and of course Texas.
Awesome. My name again is Marissa, pronouns she, her. Again, communications coordinator and my tribal affiliation. I'm from the Canyoncito Band of Navajos, Navajo Nation. And thank you for joining us today, Littlebear. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do here at IHC?
Yeah, so I'm the support specialist for CWO. I basically work under Ronalyn and Ruben and support them with a lot of the programs and activities that we do there. Basically assist everybody there.
Awesome. What inspired you to work at IHC?
I think more for me, coming to the Bay Area, I wanted to be closer to my community. And I've worked at other Indian centers like in Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, and just around again our native community. And when I came here for the first year, I wasn't getting that, or first honestly year and a half, like it was just like me, and I kind of felt a little isolated. And then when I was like kind of like reaching out and just like figuring out, like realizing that there is like basically our health center here and just like other stuff, like I kind of wanted to like basically, you know, like please take me in. I'm all alone outside of the res, like. So I don't know. It was just important for me to stay with my community.
Well, I'm glad that you found like that sense of community here at Indian Health Center. That's not a story that's uncommon to hear with staff or like even our patients, just knowing that, hey, like there's something called Indian Health that's similar to Indian Health Service, but it's not the same thing. And you can still find that community. Even for myself, when I moved here in 2014, I had no doctor, no nothing. I had no insurance. It was a hot mess. But my dad, who's from the Navajo Nation too, he looked up through IHS, the Indian Health Services website, and we are listed as a clinic that works with IHS. And so it was because of that connection that I was able to, 1, find healthcare, 2, find community, and 3, find a job.
And you got all those. We all got those things. So it just makes the transition to go to somewhere like this area, like we're like populated from different communities, like more like, I guess you would say integrated, just because we do have the space here and it feels nice, and it's like stability in that sense as well. It's so important. It's so important.
Yeah. So I'm glad again that Indian Health Center can be that place that you found. Well, 1, that you feel like you are involved in your community and you're helping, and then 3, just finding a role with us here, helping those folks.
Yeah, I think coming here because I remember when I was looking up like different positions that were available. I wanted to do something that was more like engaging with the community, because I didn't just want to like, I just want to come here and just take up space. It was more of like, maybe that's like something that's just ingrained in all of us. Like we have to like help, like we have to like just be a part of something and actually like put ourselves and basically, support.
It takes a village.
Yeah.
So in your work, are there any challenges that you have currently, and how would you like to overcome them?
In my work, challenges, I think one of the challenges I realized I've been having just coming here for the first month is like I want to do everything and put so much on my plate, and I have to like really just like calm down. I'm here. Like it's like I don't have to keep like basically overfilling my plate, because I realized that when I do it, everything gets piled on and like meeting deadlines and stuff, and like everything last minute just becomes stressful. So instead, it's just to kind of like lay back, get whatever task is like basically given to me, and like I'm barely getting that down now, just because like when I first got here, I was just like constantly just trying to just do whatever I can to, not like it was like the sake of staying busy, but just to like absorb as much as I can, like with different, with our program, with different programs, and yeah, so that's something that's one of my biggest challenges, is to basically not engorge, I guess would be the word, into like our work. So yeah, overly engorge.
Yeah, so take it one task at a time and try not to put too much on your plate. That's a constant, struggle for folks, especially when all you want to do is help, and you're like, where can I help? How can I help? Who else needs help? Can I help you?
And it's like, it's doing that and being organized with it. And I realize like when there's too much, like I can't be super organized. Like only when like there's like a certain amount that I can like, actually handle, and yeah, so I have to slow my roll.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you were mindful about that and you took notice. And I mean, it's not a bad thing to want to help others as much as you can, but then there is that like caveat of being like overextending yourself and saying yes to too many people, and then you're stuck saying no to yourself and not being able to take care of simple tasks that maybe what you wouldn't have thought twice about before, but now because you have all these extra responsibilities, it's a little challenging.
Yeah. Burning out, it's real. It happens real quickly too.
Yeah, in our previous, I think 2 episodes ago, I got to interview our chief medical director, or chief medical officer, excuse me, Dr. Elizabeth McCraven, and she was talking about burnout and how it's not uncommon in the healthcare setting, more specifically with physicians, but I think overall in healthcare, because we get into this type of work to help. And like, again, you were saying, we want to help so much that sometimes it's hard to help ourselves. But she was saying that one thing that we can do is remember our why. Shout out Dr. McCraven. What are some services at CWO?
So some of the services that we have that we will provide, basically a lot of like outreach. I know that we have like our mindful meals, our healthy celebrations, our Fit Kids Club, or I keep saying club, it's Fit Kids. I think it's just Fit Kids. So yeah, we have our Fit Kids. What else? I know we have personal training with our fitness coordinator. We have Zumba classes too. We also have our nutritionist, Ruben
Vargas.
Ruben Vargas. So like if clients wanted to come in and have like a meal plan, like he's basically the person to go to. And also like there's going to be upcoming like new programs like in development, just because right now we're focused on getting a survey done, so that way we could see like what pulls clients in more to come to the CWO like center. So yeah,
that's good.
We're expanding.
Yeah, and then for folks who don't know what CWO is, sorry, it's an old habit. CWO is for community wellness and outreach. That's our a department here at the Indian Health Center. And that's where we get to do like outreach, and we have wellness activities, events, classes, and then the See Again community. And we work with all folks, not just IHC patients. We try to target our IHC patients, more specifically our indigenous patients. But again, it's open to all who live in San Jose or Santa Clara Valley. Yeah, but that's awesome. So you were saying that you have Fit Kids. Do you have an event coming up?
Yeah, so it's like every third Friday, I believe. We have basically Portis Mobile. And basically like we have a whole like truck full of like really like good quality food. A lot of mostly produce too, but like there's, I think when I went there was like eggs and chicken and milk, and like I think at one time like I wanted to say it was like mozzarella sticks, but I think they were fish sticks instead. But anyways,
some kind of stick.
Yeah. And so like they have all that there, and I was, when I first started like helping out, I was realizing like, oh my goodness, like this food is really really like good and just like fresh.
Yeah.
So yes, we take advantage of that if anyone's hearing this.
Don't forget to check out CWO's Produce Mobile. It'll be on Friday, February 16th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Remember, it's first come, first serve, and it's open to the entire community, and you'll get to hang out and say hi to Littlebear if you go. So at IHC, the theme of this specific type of podcast is Culture is Medicine. and we believe that culture is medicine. What does that mean to you?
So I wrote a whole thing. Like I was like really, basically trying to. I treated it like almost like a bio. What it means to me is just like having something with you that you can take like whenever. I used the whole description of having sweetgrass. Like I have to have it like somewhere with me, whether it's in my car or whether it's in my bedroom, just somewhere. Especially when I'm out in the city, like for me it grounds me, and it's that just smelling it reminds me of my home, my community. Makes me think about just basically just being a part of ceremony sometimes, just because like I associate with that a lot. And also just memories of like being with some my friends and relatives, just like going out and like braiding sweetgrass, and just like knowing like that is something that's rooted more of like from our ancestors that we were able to do and stuff. And it's just a reminder of just like where I'm from. And it just, I don't know, like I feel like sometimes when I get sad, like even like just smelling it, like it helps me feel better, even just for a little bit. And I think that's medicine. I think like when something brings that for you, and I mean I can even think about like people who dance, or people who bead, just like having like something with you there. It brings like a good I guess you would say core memory of like who you are and like where you come from. And it's to me that's medicine. That's what it means.
I'm glad there's something that you can take that reminds you of home. I like that. As a urban native, I didn't grow up on the res. I find that sense of like belonging of two ways. One is going to powwows and then just listening to the beautiful drum and song and dance from folks, and just when I hear that drumming, I'm just like this. It's so weird. It elicits like goosebumps and all these fun. Yeah, you get scared a little bit because sometimes they be hitting that drum a little too hard, But yeah, so they're banging on the drum and singing, and then I just get goosebumps, and for a minute I'm just like, oh, this is it. This is like my culture, our culture. I feel like I belong here. These people look like me. I feel like I'm among like family. Yeah. And it's nice. And then the other way is when I go back to the res and visit my family, because my family lives there now. And when we walk around, and I just see all these huge like rocks and little mountains, and I just feel so small, but that feeling of smallness also feels really oddly familiar. And I'm like, yeah, it feels like my people were here.
Yeah, it's weird that when you say like, for me, like just being able to like know that there's something about it, even though we don't dance probably, right? I don't know if you do or not, but like we don't dance and we don't do all that, like partake in that stuff, but being there present, it, like I don't know, it's just like a big wave of I don't know, I don't know, like again, like you belong there. And it's there's like other places where like there's people that sing loud or they dance loud, all that stuff, and like there's a connection where you can appreciate. But there's something about our particular community that no matter where you're at, when you hear somebody singing some drum song or dancing in their regalia, like it's like I don't know, it's a sense of like, okay, like I'm here to support them, I'm here to like just I don't know, it's a really strange feeling. I actually didn't grow up in a whole like powwow scene. And like I don't know, I was really around much as a kid, but I just remember when I would go, I would always just be like this, just like scared of it. And I think it pounds like the heart. And I remember one of my aunts telling me that that's basically your heart. And I was just like, oh my God, like thinking there's someone's controlling me, like, and it's just, yeah, it's, sorry, I just went on a tangent about that. It makes me think when I think about like people who also react in that way, because it's a good kind of scary, I guess you could say. I don't know. That drum is medicine for sure, because it keeps you up.
Oh yeah. All right. So some events to check out are going to be our Mexica New Year that Indian Health Center is going to be sponsoring. So it'll be Mexica New Year is March 15th through 17th at Amapush Park. And for more information, you can visit www.aztecadancers.com. Another event to check out is going to be the Two-Spirit Powwow happening in San Francisco on February 10th at Fort Mason Festival Pavilion. And for more information about that one, you can check out www.bates.org. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Little Bear. Is there anything that you'd like to say to folks before you head out?
I don't know what to say.
Oh, no, you can just say bye.
Drink more water. That is medicine. Water is medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Just for all like our fellow natives out there that are basically listening and watching, I think ask yourself what does culture and is medicine, like what does that mean to you, and start talking about it. Talk about it with some of your friends and family, cousins.
But again, thank you all for joining us. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. The more you like, the more you rate us, the more we exist, and folks will be able to view us. Thank you again. See you all.